Chinese import. Ni hao. You look pretty good for an import. Nice details. Hello everybody, Sparkster1701 here. We're taking a look at a rather unique and new version of Devastator that just happened to be released during the time of us collecting the modern Devastator. We have the Blokees version of Devastator. As we've talked about on a few videos prior, Blokees are licensed figures from various franchises. They come as small model kits that you can build, although they do have larger model kits of some of their properties, the Transformers being among them. But a good portion of them are sold in blind box packages. The Transformers have two scales in that. We have the Galaxy versions, which are about the size of an action figure. And we have the Defender versions, which are seen before you. And in the case of the Defender versions, some of the series includes the character in its vehicle mode. Other licenses to be featured through Blokees include Sesame Street, Ultraman, Neon Genesis Evangelion, Hatsune Miku, Saint Seiya, and most recently announced Jurassic Park. So yeah, you can get little tiny posable dinosaurs and they can fight the Dinobots. But at any rate, the first three waves of the Defender series for the Transformers each included Constructicons. Wave 1, it had only one Constructicon. It included Scavenger. It also has him in his robot mode, but we don't need him for this. This is the box for Wave 2. And Wave 2 includes Bone Crusher and Hook. Yeah, I know these two boxes look different. These are the Chinese releases. Sometimes that's how I find them in the places I go. Especially in the case of number 2 there, that's how I got mine. Wave 3, I ended up with both. But conveniently right here, I have the Chinese box, because the American box I had thrown away. I want to give a shout out to a young lady that my brother knows, Savannah. She helped me in acquiring the last of the Wave 3 guys. And Wave 3 had the last of the figures. It has Scrapper. It has Mixmaster. And it has Long Haul. This is apparently going to be a recurring theme with Blokees, because the 4th and 5th waves have included Combaticons. Brawl was in Wave 4, and Wave 5 has Onslaught and Swindle. Now, while it is officially yet to be announced, there has been sightings at many toy expos of the prototype for the Blokees release of Bruticus. So apparently this year, not only are we getting a modern take of Bruticus in the Transformers main toy line, we are going to get a miniature scale Bruticus as well. Now, of course, when you have all 6 Constructicons, you will also have to buy this box right here. It's the combining accessory. I mean, these individual boxes for the small figures, they retail for about $8 each at many stores, or you can buy a whole set of 12 of them from Blokees' website for $35. If you go that route, you're ensured you'll get the Constructicons. If you're buying them from the store, Well, unless you've got X-ray vision like Superman, you ain't gonna know. Let's get these boxes out of the way. They've served their purpose. Now, I've been sitting on this one for quite a while. Because at first it was not really known if Hasbro was going to allow the Devastator box to be sold outside of China. So it was announced kind of late summer that this was coming out, and probably about a month or two later I got a message from Blokees' website that said they were going to sell this, and they put it on pre-order for October release, so it came out October 2025. And I have been sitting on it ever since. This is basically the front of the box. It shows Devastator in a close-up all together. Here on this side, it basically shows in color what it includes. It basically has the lower sections of the arms, the hips, and the upper legs, the super wing, the gun, and a head with an alternative face. This side over here shows the different Constructicons. The back's got all the legal text and junk like that. Top of the box has the logo, and the bottom of the box just has more logos and symbols and such. Nothing to get excited over. So at any rate, let's pop this bad boy open here. Let's see what we gotta do to start building Devastator. I know you're excited down there, Larry. Try to control yourself. There we go. Got the seal broken. Unfold the box tops. Alright. Should be a bag of parts here. Alright, there we go. Get a little special card for Devastator. And on the back, it doesn't have instructions, it just has this. But of course, right here would be the instructions, I hope. Yes. Right here we have the instructions. Kind of shows how to put the things together. And of course, for the most part, on the back and on the front here, it shows us how to arrange the different Constructicons. And of course we got a bag of parts. So let's dump out the parts. Give the bag good feel, make sure we got everything. And boy oh boy did we get a fair amount of parts. Alright, here's a couple of pieces that are used for the arm. They're the same side. Alright, here's one that's different. So that way we plug this in. Get them to fold in together like that. Attach one of these black bars. Make sure we know which way it bends. So that way we know which way is the elbow. And then you can attach a hand. Okay, so this will apparently be the left arm. And we'll do it again. so that we can make the right arm. You know, always checking so that I know which way the figures go. There we go. Get that. And there's another hand. Gun is apparently in 3 pieces. Put it in together like that, and then attach it like that. The grip's a little oversized, but that's probably going to be hidden when we put the hands on. Okay, this portion here, this is one of the, this will be the right thigh. We'll just take another one of those black pieces. Make sure we know which way it bends so that we know where the knee is. Gonna press it in there and do it again on the opposite one. There we go. That's better. Now we know that it's in. I heard it snap. Okay. These pieces here are what form the head. And then we got 2 pieces to form the face. We got one with an open mouth and one with a closed mouth. I think I'll go with the closed mouth myself. That's just my preference. When you have one, you can do it how you want. But I'm going to go with the closed mouth, because all of mine were closed mouths. And of course, this piece here will form the neck, but we'll set it aside for the moment. The super wing is already built. Set it aside, and then we got the crotch. We got to put the crotch together. Start by pressing this green section in on the back. And we kind of hang this portion in here. And apparently we'll be stealing some wheels off of Long Haul to mount on here. We have a couple of pieces here that'll help form the shoulder connections. And then beyond that, it gives us a couple of spares on the elbows and knees. So put them aside, we'll hold on to them. Never throw away loose parts. Now, it's got some instructions here on how to change the robots over. Into things. Start with hook. They basically want us to shift Hook's crane to the side. Just to keep it here out of the way. Because we will likely shift it in the other direction. Which is where I think it should go to begin with. That way it's not in the way. Because let's face it, his crane is more famous for being out the back than it is at the front. Set him down and aside. And they want us to look at Long Haul. And apparently we have to remove the front wheels. There we go, we remove the front wheels. And then he should separate here. Takes a little work. There we go. Getting him to separate. We also got to remove the top. That would have helped. Remove the top, then remove that. Then we can take the top and we attach it in here like that. And basically he's close to ready. Let's take these wheels and get them attached. That way we don't forget about them. Scavenger, we just make sure we got access to that hole. Same with Bone Crusher. Scrapper, we just lift that up. Rotate his arms just like the classic toy. And he's ready. Mixmaster, we unhook him and then plug that up top. And there we go, he's ready. Now that we got all of them ready, we can start combining them. Start with the cab of Long Haul, and he plugs into these two holes